and welcome to Bring on the Cats tonight. If you're wondering and you don't really like the whole Facebook thing, remember you can always come in the classroom. The link is probably at the top of the page. I've posted a lot. So if not, you can see us on Facebook. We are right there. You just can't talk to me. You can leave messages and I'll come back. I just don't see them while we're live because I'm not really looking at Facebook Live. I'm actually in my Zoom classroom with some other chatty students, and they're chatting up a storm with each other and me. And I don't see what's going on Facebook until after. Okay, so tonight we are working with, let's see, I've got a bunch of stuff pulled out here. We are working with the Spooky Cat stamp set, and it comes in a bundle with this really cool cat punch. I'm also using, oh gosh, I forgot the name already. Someone tell me what this pattern paper, this designer series pattern paper is. It has, and the reason I'm talking about it is because look, this cat matches the punch. So you can punch the cats out from this pattern paper. So anyway, I'll get its name and I will post this. All of the information from tonight's class will be on my blog, which is karamiller.com. Click on blog. You will be able to get these sketches downloadable. Oh, thanks, Debbie. This is the Spooky Night Designer Series paper. It's really great. It is our Halloween themed paper, but it's got these great witches hats that we're going to use. Great patterns, and like this black and white one could easily be used for another nighttime scene, like one of the holiday Christmas ones. It's not, and the other side is a green. Is that, wait a minute, is this one of theirs? It's in this pile. Potions, the haunted tree. No, I knew it. As I was saying that, I was like, wait, no, that's from Be Merry. So don't let me confuse you, although it works well with this. Sorry, let me move that out of the way. I knew that didn't go. I like it though. It could go. Alrighty. So we're going to start with a sketch, which all of my classes and all of my cards are always based on a simple sketch. And my sketches have the dimensions so that you know what you're cutting. And we're going to start with a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card, which is an 8 1/2 by 11 set of Whisper White, cut in half, and then scored in half and in half. So now we have 2 from one sheet of 8 1/2 by 11. Okay. Then you're going to use a 4 1/4 by 3 piece of paper at the top. Now you could have used the red as in the picture, but I am using a piece of that Designer Series bundle. On the other side, you've got this real, and this might be cute too. We can try it either way, we'll see. And then down at the bottom, I kind of like that actually. Down at the bottom, we're using, that. This is where you could either do the top and then just leave the bottom white, or you could do a smaller piece down at the bottom. So that's how I'm going to do mine. And then I need 4 squares that are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. All right, so here's that. We'll set these up right in a second. And then we need 4 1 1/2 by 1 1/2. Now I could just take my paper trimmer and cut them, but I love the look. This is the stitched thinlits. I use these all the time. These are like my staple. I go to these often. So I'm going to use these to cut my 4. This is a little bit smaller than 1 1/2, but you're going to see what my plan is, and it's going to be okay. So I'm going to take myself a piece of, that's not the piece I want, a piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to cut a strip. And whoops. And I'll bring that in, and we're going to cut 4 of these. All right. I have more trouble losing pieces here on my desk. Okay, so there's one. Crank this through. Sorry, it gets a little bumpy here. It bumps the camera, bumps everything. So you can see what I'm going to end up with is this kind of a look. So see, it's a little bit smaller. This is the littlest one. Let me try one more up and see if I like that bigger. This comes in a set of 4. Okay, so that's the littlest. I'm going to try the next one and see if I like that a little bit better. When I designed the sketch, I was going to cut it with a trimmer, but then when I came in to actually do it, I looked at this and went, oh, I really like this better. Yep, and that's just enough. So I'm going to use the bigger one. I'll save this for something. So there's 1. 2. Kathy, who's in our classroom, said she saw a Big Shot and didn't realize they were sold in stores. It's not exactly the same as this one, but it is a Big Shot. This one is made for Stampin' Up! To be perfectly honest, I don't know what the serious difference is. Maybe not anything but color, but I don't know that. But this was made by Sizzix for Stampin' Up! And it has Stampin' Up! On it. You won't find our Thinlits, though, as far as I know, from what I've been told. I don't know, that's not quite enough. I was going to try and scooch it out of there, and I think it's going to look silly. So let me cut one more strip. Had I not done my test at the beginning, I'd have had enough. All right, and I'll pop you on there. There. The Big Shot is one of those things that if you can get it through a party, you could get it at half off, and that would be a good way to do it. So if you had a big order that you wanted to do, you know, talk to me about doing it. Remember, we've talked about this before. If you set up your own party, you have 30 days that it can stay open. And if you can get, and I should know these numbers, but I don't know them off the top of my head because I'm like the worst salesperson there is. Let me see if I can tell you quickly so I don't lose us. But if you look in your catalog under Hostess, it will tell you near the beginning, I think. Maybe not, maybe it's at the end. Anywho, it'll tell you what the chart is. Why is it not in here? Oh, right up here. Right at the top, 219. I knew it wasn't at the beginning. Sorry. I'm coming. Yeah, so if your order was $600, which sounds like a lot, and it is, but if you were planning to put together a bunch of things, and maybe you could talk to, you know, if you were planning to do your holiday cards, for example. So if you have more than $600, you get 16% off, or 16% of that $600 in free stuff, and you get one item at half price. So that's what I'm saying, that the Big Shot is a good thing to shoot for like that. And I'm missing part of my, I'm really not together tonight. Sorry, I wasn't this disorganized a minute ago. Then I got flustered. I got talking about Lucy. Well, let's use glue dots. I'm missing part of my stripe. of my snail, I mean. Okay, so we'll use glue dots. And we're just going to put these white squares on top of the black. Okay. Debbie, I absolutely love the Big Shot. And I'm telling you, I was a Cuttlebug person for a really long time, and I used to find it extremely frustrating. This Big Shot never fails me. It really doesn't. There's no messing around with what. Now again, I don't bring in other people's stamps or Thinlits, so maybe that's it. You know, I'm using the ones that are made for the Big Shot, so I don't have to worry about sandwiches. Kathy, do you have any trouble getting the bigger ones through? The Cuttlebug. I still have mine. Good. I know. Me too, Marion. Okay, so there's that. Honestly, where is the other half of this snail? Hook it. Do you know the silly thing is no one crafts here but me? So it's not like I can blame a single person for this. I think I must have had it apart to show someone how to put it together. And I didn't put it together, and now I don't have part of it. I only have refills. I don't know, let's try and use it. See if we can do it with only half of an item. If I hold it down careful. Let's try. Sort of. It'll work. Okay. Oh, and those of you that are just coming in, I spent the day with my 2-year-old granddaughter, and as I just said, that'll work. I noticed that she says everything I say, and it doesn't sound silly when I say it, but when a 2-year-old says it, you realize how silly you sound. Like, apparently I say that'll work a lot, and I also say perfect a lot. Oh, that'd be perfect, Mimi. Makes me feel like an idiot. Because it doesn't have to be like that, but that's what I apparently say a lot. Oh, that'll be perfect. So when you hear yourself parroted back, you realize that you sound a little silly. So when your snail's not working, you go to tear tape. And the odd thing is, I'm going to find it after I leave you guys. And I have like 6 refills in the drawer, but I only have 1 of the holder, naturally. All right, so these 2 guys are going to go like this. And you're thinking, okay, that's great. Now you got these. What are you going to do with them? Like, they look kind of just blah, just sitting here, right? Well, let me show you what they're going to get. Line those up. So once I get these lined up, now, and I actually kind of like this, it wants to turn, but I don't want it turned. I want it like so. All right. Thanks, Debbie. Oh my goodness. Those of you that are watching me on Facebook, Debbie just said, is that your snail just above your card? Oh, you mean like this right here? Right here, this thing? Yep, that would be my snail. Okay, thanks, Deb. And don't tell me that never happened to anyone but me, right? Golly. All right, well then let's use the snail. What a ding dong. Oh my gosh. Really glad you can't see how red my face is. Okay. Well, these go down better with this anyway. I'm terrible. There's like a lot of stuff going on. I'm looking at the camera. I'm not looking really down at the thing. Ugh. See, now if I was editing this, you wouldn't get that part. I would take that out. Maybe. The baby comes Friday. It better, because and you know how when you were pregnant, you could say you had a pregnant brain. I don't have that excuse. And I'm really scattered because there's about 100 things, because my baby's having a baby. That's why. Okay, so what you're going to do after you get that on there is you're going to take this really cute hat paper and you are going to fussy cut 4 hats. And you don't have to be super crazy or fussy. And each one of them is going to go in one of these squares. Now you could also, so you're going to get these really cute hats. You could also take a cat and add that to it. I kind of like the spiders on this page too. And for someone who hates spiders in real life, they're kind of cute. You know, keep him. Right? Put him there. Now we've got the cat. And remember I said the cat coordinates with the cats on the pattern paper. All right, so turn this over. And you're going to line it up. Now, it doesn't fit quite, so you might have to trim a little to get to the cat. And then you're going to line your cat up with a punch and see how that fits exactly. So, so cute, right? And then you're going to put him right there. And then I'm going to do an orange one. So no fussy cutting for the cat. I can just punch him. I love this cat punch. It's so cute. He does fit the stamp too. And it's kind of hard to get him lined up when you're just using a piece, but you can. You just got to talk to it. All right, so I'm going to go here, and here, and here. Now I could put the cat in the middle, right, Kathy? I could do 4 hats. I could also put the hat on the cat if I trim him down so it looks, it's exact. The hat does fit on the cat too. So if I trim it so that there isn't any border, I could put him like that. And I could put the hats underneath. Like lots of different ideas that you can do with this cute paper. I could cut out these jack-o'-lanterns and use those. So lots of ways without even stamping, I could do that. Now, what if I said, well, that's great, but I'm a stamper and I don't want to be cutting out little pieces of paper. I want to stamp. Well, then let's take our stamps, which aren't in here anymore. And those would line up. And you notice that the images on here are the images on the pattern paper. So we've got this, the cat is really great. Now this cat's too small, but this cat you can stamp and punch out. So it's going to be this size. And he could go right here. The owl, again, you'd have to fussy cut him, but punch him and then cut around it. So lots of different ideas, starting with this really basic sketch. So you're going to use this way more than what you would than just what it's limited to here. Okay? All right. So that's card number 1. Card number 2. I wanted to do something with lots of layers because I love this pattern paper. And so what I started out with is and I haven't cut these yet. I'm going to cut these with you. I'm going to move my Big Shot. And I'm going to start with my card base, the same size card. And then move some of this so it's not so distracting. And then I need a 4x2, a 4x2, and a 4x1.5. So 3 strips, and I'm going to do different paper, okay? So they're all going to be 4 inches wide. And I'm going to start with this guy. But now if I cut him, let's say I go this way, and I say, oh, 4 inches, that's good. It's not going to go the right way. I have to think about which way the pattern paper is going to go. This is how I want it. So I want it 4 this way and 2 this way, okay? And you just have to think when you're doing pattern paper, which way do you want it to end up on your card? So there's a 4x2. Now the cool part is, remember, this paper flips over and it's different on the back. I like that as my other one, and I'm not wasting another sheet of paper. So I just have to trim that and make that good and flip it over. Now if you, again, my blade is still not sharp. We keep talking about this every class, and you'd think I'd change it, but I don't. So my blade's not sharp, so right now it's kind of eating the edge. So we'll fix it. Just a little bit of trimming. And this is going to go down here. I'm going to put it this way. And then I need the 1.5 in here. Well, what's going to go in there? Well, I'm going to look on the back. I'd like a small pattern, like this would be good. So this is going to be 1.5 by 4. So I'm going to go to the 4. And I'm going to go with 1.5. Now you could do solids. You could do pieces and then run them through your embossing folder. If this is getting a little too busy, which those of you that know me know I am not this unmatchy-matchy, I might just flip you over and just go with those 3. I kind of like that better. But it's totally up to you. You know, if you like these, they're good. So before we glue anything down, we're going to just kind of layer them and see. Now let's look back here. So the next thing, that's 1, 2, 3 at the bottom. The next piece is a 1.5 by 4 ribbon. Well, this is only a 1-inch ribbon, but I kind of like it. So this ribbon is going to go here. Okay, a little narrower than I thought. Now, what if I don't have ribbon? I could cut a strip of paper. I could run it through an embossing folder and get a different look for it. Now, this that you can't really see is an embellishment, is a shaped. So I have a couple of options that I could use back there. One, I could use this. This is from the Shaped Thinlits. No, it's called Lots of Layers. Lots of Labels. Again, I'll put links up for you, don't worry, because I never remember their names. So this one would work. I could also take one of my label punches. I have this one. So let's try that and see what that, we'll try both of them and see which one we like so that you can get an idea. And I'm going to do those out of the black. So let's do this guy first. And that's going to go here. Now, as you can see, I think that's going to get covered up when I put this on. So I might have to just kind of offset it like that. We'll try it in a minute. And then I'm going to do this one with my Big Shot. And that is going to be wide enough. Then I also am going to need this black, which is a 3 by 4. So let's cut that. As you can see, this is lots of layers, but it's using just scraps of pattern paper that you have left over. 3 by 4. Okay, so here is my 3 by 4. This is what's going to go here. So now it's going to cover up that ribbon. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of move that ribbon out and put it like that. This shows, but not a lot. And maybe I don't want that to be black. Maybe I want that to be something a little brighter that's going to show a little bit better because it's black on black and it's not showing so well. So I'm thinking about it, but I don't know yet. I might change my mind. I could make this be something else. And again, this is all going to change. Right, Susan says this could be orange. It's all going to change depending on what your pattern paper is in the back. So let's do this out of some orange. Nope, not that plaid. I wonder how Peekaboo Peach would look. I wonder if that's orangey enough. It might look cool. Let's see. Maybe a little too light. I think I have the brights here, which is going to have, I thought I had brights. There, that's better. Okay, so let's do this with this and see what that does, all right? And what else do we need to do? Oh, let's try something else instead of this ribbon. Let's try a pattern paper that goes there. Ooh, the foil frenzy paper. That sounds cool. What do we have in that? Let me look. Or we could even use some glitter. That. Hold on, we're still looking in this bag of tricks over here. Yeah, this is the foil frenzy one in the orange. I have two. I have this one. That would look cool. Or we have this one in the orange. I like the metallic. That really adds a little something. I think I like this one. All right, so which way do we want this to go? We can make this go this way. We can make it go this way. I think we want to go up and down, don't we? I think I want to go up and down. You want to go east-west? You want to go this way? Okay, I'm good with that. I do not really, I'm not in love either way. I can be easily persuaded. All right, so we're going to bring that in. You just have to make sure that it's lined up with the lines and it's not crooked, unless you want it to be crooked. Oh, I was, Debbie, you're right. Shoot. Okay, well, maybe we're doing this too. You never know. Let me try that. You're right. I was going to do 1.5. Glad you guys are here. All right, so 1.5, and I'm going to grab my trusty triple banner punch. Use this all the time. I need to cut this just a little bit shorter. Okay. So now let's see what we got going on here. We have a multitude of patterns. All right, these guys, we're going to skip you. We're going to go with orange for that one. I like you a lot. And I need orange, so hold on. We're going to do that one next. See, now if I had pre-planned this, you wouldn't see how the options are. I didn't want to. I wanted to do it with you. All right, so this guy's going to be the orange one. With this. I hope you Facebook friends are loving what we're doing here and not thinking we're just crazy. That too. All right, so now I think we're ready to assemble some of this. So here's the plan. This goes like this. This goes on top. I want it to be, so this sticks out a little bit on this side. And then this is going to go like this. All right. And then let's look at our sketch again, because now we need the layers that we're going to stamp on. So I need a 1.5 by 1.5 that's going to go here, and that's where my stamp's going to go. And then this is for my sentiment. Okay, so I'm going to go to my stamp set and see what do I want. Now, of course, the cat is super cool. I have a 1.5 by 1.5 white layer that I need. Let me just cut that out, and I'll bring it over to you. 1.5, and then you can see which stamp set looks good on it. That does not look big enough. It is not. That is the wrong size. So I'm not liking it. It is 2.5 by 2.5. So if you downloaded that sketch already, make a note on it, and I will change it before I upload it to the blog. Way better. 2.5 by 2.5. Ooh, you would like the off-white. That actually would look better with this one if I used the Very Vanilla card, and the Very Vanilla on this one would actually look better because this paper really goes with Very Vanilla. Okay, we can swap that. Hold on, we're cutting some Very Vanilla. All right, here's our Very Vanilla piece. And then we're going to swap this out for Very Vanilla too, our background. Maybe we are. I think I have some. I do. 5.5. And then we need to score it. Oh, there is such a mess off camera over here. Wait till you say, oh, no. I don't want to, I want it to look the way we want. We're building this together. 4.25. Okay, so here comes our Very Vanilla. And now we're going to swap this. That's why nothing's glued down yet either. That looks way better, right? Okay, so there's all that, and we still need our sentiment here, which I'm going to just put here for right now, but we're not going to use that probably. We'll see. What are we going to stamp on here? All right, I kind of like the cat, but I like the hat too. Oh, such decisions. I've been going to stick with the cat. I'm going to do the cat and the mouse, or rat. I know. I may end up flipping those pumpkins over. You know me. So here's our cat. And we're going to do him out of pumpkin pie. Oops. Sorry. You like the pumpkins? All right, we'll leave them. Pumpkin pie is what this cardstock is. I still like this black and white, but we'll think of something else to do with him. And I need my stamping pad over here, which is buried under my cats. I don't like rats at all. They move really fast. Oh, this cat's so cute. Line him up. Isn't he adorable? I don't need to punch him. He's just there. The hat on the cat. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so I think we're ready to start gluing, but we have to come up with our sentiment that's going to go on this, which is going to say, we can do trick or treat, happy Halloween. I think trick or treat is what we need. And I'm going to stick with my pumpkin. Yeah. Trick or treat. Love, love, love. You know, I really do like this pumpkin pie on the Very Vanilla. It's really cute, and it looks better than I think it does on the white. All right, now I'm going to bring out, these are our black rhinestones. And I have a bunch of these on their way to people. I can't remember which month it was that this was a bonus, but I have a bunch. I packed them up this morning. Some went in the mail, some I didn't make it to the mail on time. Okay. Now I'm ready to put this all together. So we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to work with this. There. And then next is this row. And this is on the bottom. Okay. So next I have this one. And now this, and I'm going to pop this one up a little because we have a lot going on this page. This is way more than I ever put on a page. But I just thought we would try this. I saw a few cards today and thought, you know what, let's give it a try. And I love this pattern paper together because it just coordinates. And honestly, all of these designer series, remember, these guys are on sale. Today is the last day for that list of things. Again, I'll post this later. I'll post it in the thing, but you have to get into it by midnight if it was something you were thinking about. They're 15% off. There's certain stamp sets. And this guy is going to go like that. Let's put him on here first. Okay, Debbie, you have to look. What did I do with my sentiment? It's got rhinestones on it. How far could it go? I'll start picking things up. Maybe it'll show up. That's what I thought too. It's going to be here. It didn't go far. Oh, it's over here. It was on the pad. Isn't it cute? Oh my God, I love it. You think the hat could go on here really nice. Maybe I want the hat to, do they all go that way? Maybe I want a black hat. I was reading somebody's blog post the other day and they told me the power went out and they sat and fussy cut for 3 hours because it was relaxing. I don't know about that. Maybe. I don't mind it for a little while, but right, Kathy? Relaxing. I guess if the power went out and there was nothing else to do, maybe. But see, I wouldn't be able to see then. I have like 3 lights on in here in order for me to see what I'm doing. Okay. Now, if you don't like the very vanilla that shows around the edge, you could ink these edges a little if you were worried about it. And he looks cute. All right, let's get you down on the card. Now, I guess this way. Maybe in the middle. I guess like him. And then I need a mini dimensional for my hat. Get over there and off of me. Right? I know. They clearly have better vision than I do. Or maybe it was daylight. I don't know. I didn't ask. Okay, these are the mini dimensionals on our hat. Maybe it should go more straight up. Maybe this way. Here's our cat. Let's bring in a little black rhinestone. Put it on the band of the hat. And there we go. What do you think? Isn't it cute? I love it. Okay, so this is what we made tonight. We did this one, and then the other one, I didn't glue the things I was going to cut out on it, so you can always change that. Pop him in the middle. All right, so time to get these done. So get your Halloween trick-or-treats done. This is my favoriteest. I love this punch. He's so cute. And I could think of 1,000 other things I could do. Think about him under the Christmas tree. He can be anywhere. All right, everybody, thanks for coming. I will get you a list of what I used tonight. I know, it does take a village. And thanks for helping with all your choices and decisions. I love it. All right. Have a great night. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.